Welcome back to Fight Talk MMA. Today we're taking a look at the biggest MMA headlines, from a shocking near attack on Conor McGregor to a heroic moment by Henry Cejudo. But before we dive into the details, please remember to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you enjoy these updates. Your support truly helps keep the channel going. Paddy Pimblett is set to clash with Michael Chandler at UFC 314 on April 12th, and both lightweights are bringing serious heat. Paddy believes he can finish Chandler within 2 rounds, highlighting that his versatile style could lead to either a knockout or a submission. In response, Chandler vowed to test the chin of the proud Scouser, claiming that no one from Liverpool has felt power quite like his. Despite exchanging some sharp words, both fighters acknowledged each other's accomplishments. Chandler, a former Bellator champion, has battled top contenders like Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, and Charles Oliveira, while Pimblett is on a roll with a finishing pedigree. An interesting note is Pimblett's shift in diet, as Chandler poked fun at his past weight fluctuations, joking that he's no longer as big as a boo-boo. Fans anticipate a show-stopping bout that could vault the winner into the lightweight top 5. Umar Nurmagomedov faced Merab Dvalishvili in a bantamweight title bout that left fans fiercely debating the outcome. According to Nurmagomedov and his coach Javier Mendez, the fight was closer than the unanimous decision suggested, with Merab's showboating potentially swaying the judges. While Merab mounted a furious comeback in the later rounds, Umar's camp insists he did more significant damage, but was overshadowed by Dvalishvili's flashy moments. Some fans argue this isn't the first time a fighter's confidence in the cage may have influenced scoring. Still, Merab walked away with the belt and is already on track for a major rematch with Sean O'Malley. Meanwhile, Nurmagomedov has drawn interest for a potential clash with Petr Yan, a matchup of top-tier strikers that could shake up the division. This battle of perspectives only underscores the bantamweight division's remarkable depth and competitiveness. The UFC schedule is ramping up with some must-see matchups. Manel Kape will square off against Brandon Royval at UFC 317 on June 28th in Las Vegas, a pivotal flyweight clash that could shape the next title contender. Kape is fresh off a TKO win over Asu Almabayev, while Royval rides a split decision victory over Tatsuro Taira. Both men are eyeing a title shot. Word has it that Kape's new deal makes him the highest paid flyweight, even above current champion Alexandra Pantoja. Meanwhile, Yoran Satibaldiev steps in on short notice at UFC Vegas 105 to replace an injured Kennedy Nzechukwu and face Martin Buday. Also announced is a bantamweight showdown between Gaston Boliganos and Kwang Lee for a May card in Des Moines, Iowa, sure to deliver action for fans who love stand-up wars. Excitement is building for every corner of the UFC roster. Former kickboxing kingpin Artem Vakhitov is one of the last fighters to hand Alex Pereira a loss, before Pereira shifted to MMA. After appearing on Dana White's Contender Series, Vakhitov declined the standard contract offer and decided to return to glory, where he's booked for a June 14th showdown with heavyweight champion Rico Verhoeven. Higher immediate pay seems to have been the driving factor, but Vakhitov has emphasized that he's still in communication with the UFC. Should he pull off an upset against Verhoeven, his stock could skyrocket, forcing the UFC to return with a more lucrative deal. Conversely, a defeat might see him stuck with standard entry terms if he does sign. This cat-and-mouse game reflects how top-level kickboxers weigh prestige versus guaranteed pay. For now, Vakhitov remains focused on Glory's heavyweight champion, but a future cage appearance isn't off the table.
To work towards, to look towards, and it's a dream, and it's
Diego Lopez steps into the spotlight for a shot at the vacated featherweight crown against former champion Alexander Volkanovski. This opportunity arose after Ilia Topuria opted to move up to lightweight, leaving the 145-pound belt unclaimed. Lopez boldly predicts a knockout victory, pointing to Volkanovski's recent back-to-back KO losses against Topuria and Islam Makhachev. Critics question whether these defeats have rattled Volkanovski, or if they merely reflect the harsh level of elite competition. Regardless, Lopez has his sights set on more than just a belt. He's made it known he wants a rematch with Movsar Evloev, who earned a decision over him in 2023. If Lopez can dethrone a former champ, that would set up a high-stakes showdown with Evloev and potentially reshape the entire division. All eyes are on whether this underdog can capitalize on his moment in the spotlight. Despite suffering 2 straight knockout losses, Alexander Volkanovski remains steadfast in his belief that he's far from washed up. The ex-champion acknowledged acknowledges the critics but vows to show the dominant version of himself that previously reigned over the featherweight division. In recent media appearances, he emphasized sharpening his defense and refining his offense for a decisive finish. Though some fans wonder if a fighter can truly bounce back from consecutive KOs, Volkanovski and his team insist these setbacks have only fueled his motivation. He's determined to retake the 145-pound throne and restore his legacy of tough, calculated performances. A victory over Diego Lopes would silence doubters and show that even top contenders can recover from adversity. Whether he delivers another signature performance or struggles once again, the stage is set for a defining moment in Volkanovski's already storied career. An intriguing matchup between Daniel Santos and Davey Grant at UFC Vegas 105 ended in disappointment when Santos failed to weigh in. This marks Santos' third consecutive UFC withdrawal, raising questions about his ability to reliably make it to fight night. Fans lament the missed potential of a classic bantamweight slugfest, especially since Grant has a reputation for thrilling finishes. While the UFC has not officially commented on Santos' future, there's speculation that repeated cancellations could impact how quickly he's rebooked. Grant, on the other hand, faces the frustration of losing valuable cage time and a payday, though he might be offered a short-notice opponent soon. Cancellations are always a letdown for viewers, and this latest scratch only fuels talk about weight management and fighter readiness. It's a stark reminder that in MMA, the unpredictability extends beyond the cage itself. In a wild turn of events, Henry Cejudo showed he's still got championship reflexes outside the cage. The former Olympic gold medalist sprang into action when a speeding car crashed into a neighbor's home at an estimated 80 to 100 miles per hour. The driver and passengers attempted to flee, and in the chaos, Cejudo's 65-year-old neighbor was punched multiple times. That's when Triple C performed a textbook takedown, hoisting the suspect and keeping him pinned until police arrived. Social media reactions ranged from admiration to comedic disbelief, with one fan joking, "Imagine getting slammed by a 5'3" champion in silk pajamas." Despite the humor, it was a tense situation, and Cejudo's decisive actions likely prevented further harm. The incident is a testament to how fighters' skills can translate to real-life heroics, leaving fans grateful that Cejudo was there to help his community. During a recent BKFC event, Conor McGregor experienced a tense moment when someone allegedly tried to attack him from behind. The Irish star was busy signing autographs when a fan rushed forward in what looked like an attempt to tackle him. Security intervened immediately, subduing the individual before any real harm was done. Despite the chaos, McGregor appeared unfazed, grinning at onlookers once the threat was neutralized. While the person's exact motivation remains unclear, some suggesting a stunt for attention, the incident serves as a reminder that public figures must be constantly vigilant. Video clips of the altercation circulated online, though they're not shown here due to content rules. Still, the quick action of McGregor's security team ensured the night proceeded without further disruption. For fans, it was a startling example of how a routine appearance can suddenly escalate into a near altercation. Thank you for tuning in to today's breakdown of the latest MMA buzz. We appreciate your time and can't wait to bring you more fight news, so thanks for watching and see you next time.